Double shades.
Double your pleasure, double your shades.
Today,
you may remember back in 2010, he was arrested for solicitation of murder after being accused of hiring a hitman to kill his wife.
Double glasses is appropriate for this video.
oh yes, it is appropriate for being a glasses store.
Whether you're looking for something trendy or a timeless classic, you'll find the perfect pair here. My Econo's $39.95 optical.
Sounds like a boring life, right? What do you do for a living? I work at a glasses store.
I sell glasses, but if you look like the way he dressed, you would not think boring life.
Yeah. And the way his life ended up, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yowza.
Yuchnitz.
We're talking about Mike Yuchnitz.
Hi, San Antonio. This is Mike Yuchnitz for My Econo's $39.95 optical.
Now, Eric, we both remember this guy from when he first started.
Yeah.
Like our last video, he also was a big guy that spun his hands around.
Yeah, he was one of these.
Yeah, I'm sensing a theme here.
Maybe that's what we need to do to take off. So the video we're watching today
I don't want it to end like this guy's life, though.
is... that's true. Well, what about Peter Piper Pizza Guy? Pistol Pete's Pizza.
We don't know that he didn't try and kill his wife, too, the way Mike Yuchnitz did.
Right. So Mike Yuchnitz was a normal guy, remember? When, my 39.999 optical. I joined the Army in 97.
Yep.
Hi, San Antonio. This is Mike Yuchnitz for My Econo's $39.95 optical. Well, it's a brand new year. It's 1997.
When you went away,
right.
Mike Yuchnitz was
something happened.
He was just he was a big. We'll see him here. There's a picture. I'm sure maybe we'll put up a pudgy dude like myself, but he dressed like a maybe like a third grade history teacher, or something like that. He's just a regular looking dude.
I came back from the Army.
Hey, San Antonio. You know who I am. I'm Mike Yuchnitz for My Econo's $39.95 optical.
He put on a pimp suit.
He turned into a character from P-Funk. It's a strange transition.
It was weird to me. I remember, and then coming back, I didn't see the slow transition, so it was like, bam.
Yeah, but it was
Mike Yuchnitz a pimp now, like, period. Yesterday he wasn't. Yeah. Today he's a pimp. PE coach, pimp, from one day to the next.
Yeah, that must have been very jarring for you.
It's hard being a pimp, though, Nay.
That's what I've heard.
It's hard being a pimp.
He's more of a glasses pimp if he's any kind of a pimp.
Hi, San Antonio. This is Mike Yuchnitz for My Econo's $39.95 optical. Look at this Autoflex frame. I've been telling you about this frame and what you can do with it.
Do they still make glasses that you can crumple up like that? This is space age technology. This guy might be a space pimp. It's like the crumpled metal they found at Roswell.
Oh,
you crumple and it comes back.
It was a balloon, Nathan.
What on earth would you ever need to do that with your glasses for? And what does he mean when he says you won't react with it?
It's still in shape. It'll still feel good. You're not going to react with it.
Like metals that will make you break
out on a rash. You won't get a rash with these.
Rash-free guaranteed.
That was the old tagline, Mike. Kind of rash-free glasses. And
visit one of my locations in San Antonio. I'm going to take good care of you, your family, your friends. I always have and always will. Oh, by the way, before you come see me, go see one of the big guys. Get their price. Come see me. I'll show you what I can save you. I always have and I always will.
That end when you just went off the cuff, that shit was on point.
Do that again, but more intensity. And he did it exactly the same. He straight trash talks his competition on his commercials. You didn't see a lot of people would be like, try our competitors, come to us. You know what I mean? This guy straight up says, I dare you to walk into one of those. He stopped his commercial. Mike Yuchnitz came and told me, fuck you. He's got it for $39.95. And I wonder if people were harassing other like just lens crafters, walking into the mall and just giving them the double fuck yous.
Yuchnitz!
He's very angry about it. You can tell he's mad.
Not only is he telling you to go like check out their prices, but then to tell them that Mike Yuchnitz has a better price.
He's like, give them a message from me.
Listen, I tell you what. Did you go over to the big guys first? Bitch, don't come in here until you've told them that I got it cheaper.
He does sound very Texan because he does say, I tell you what.
Yeah,
like
he does. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're joking.
You what.
But he says that.
Look at this. Boy, I'll tell you what.
I bet you he doesn't say it later, though. I bet he's like, Pimp tell you what. Or something right there. Right? He had to change his...
The vernacular change. Yeah. He had to hip it up a little bit, but...
Pimp tells a whole what?
Hey, San Antonio, you know who I am. I'm Mike Yuchnitz from My Econo's $39.95 optical. I want you to know I pulled off all the major networks. I'm going strictly with Time Warner because of zone advertising.
It doesn't even really... Other than his voice? Doesn't even seem like the same person.
Well, we just watched a commercial, which he started doing weird. It sounded like in the commercial we watched, he had some kind of petty grievance with city council or something.
Something, yeah. Because it wasn't even a commercial for his, other than on the bottom corner it's saying My Econo, whatever.
Now there was the one commercial where we caught where you noticed this is his. If he was a Pokemon, this was like his second stage. I don't know how Pokemon works, but you know what I mean? Like this is an in-between stage. He hasn't gone full Space Pimp.
Right. It started with jewelry, right?
Bling.
So this is what I remember was like the rings and then the bracelets and then the pimp suits. And then after the pimp suits, he had like sleeve tattoos.
Yeah.
And not till he was an older dude. That wasn't like, a young, but then his son owns a tattoo parlor. That was the first time I knew that his son owned a tattoo place, because I was like, what is My Econo guy doing selling tattoos now?
Full of tattoos.
Yeah.
Some of his commercials later on were for his kid's tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Sometimes he put the two together. He would be talking about, I got glasses, my kid's got tattoos.
Yeah. Come get your nose pierced and then we'll put a pair of glasses on.
I think most people from the outside looking saw right away that this is a midlife crisis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, now, what happened to this guy?
Now, all this
I don't know the
again
details.
happened while I was in the Army, so I don't know a lot of the details, but I think he hired somebody to kill his wife.
He did. He tried to contract a killer.
Yeah. Was it a cop, like undercover?
We didn't get the details but I'm going to say yes, because he got caught.
Yeah. It's an interesting story if you don't know anything about it.
And he's dead
look
now.
It up.
He's dead.
And it happened in prison.
I think he died in a hotel.
Oh.
We didn't get any facts here, but to be honest, that to me is always secondary. He tried to kill his wife, but more amazing somehow to me is that that man, who looked relatively normal, even kind of like a nice guy, turned into this guy. He just looks like
he went from like middle school coach to pimp.
Yuchnitz for me is like that's a term I'll use for when I want to express how different something has changed. You know what? I was like, hey, I saw Bobby from middle school. You remember Bobby? He Yuchnitz.
Straight
Yuchnitz. I got it wrong, but you know what I'm saying. It's a measurement. It's a type of measurement.
Measure of flamboyancy.
There you go. Yeah. When you go from from in San Antonio, we would do from David Robinson to Yuchnitz.
There you go. Yeah. David Robinson to Dennis Robinson.
Yes, I guess that's actually more accurate than whatever bullshit I just said.
So I wonder if the other video where he looks normal, was he married to old girl yet?
Let's look at the rings. Let's look at his fingers. We got him here.
Hang on. Who? Yeah. So no, I don't know if he's married or not, but he's got a bunch of.
Look at him. Look at that.
He's a normal guy. Yeah.
That you would ask for directions, or like you would be like, hey, I wouldn't talk to that other guy unless I wanted to buy some PCP or something like that. That is a vastly different person.
It is.
But look at the rings. Where's the ring finger?
Yeah. The both ring fingers are taken, but
not with wedding rings.
It doesn't look like a wedding, man. That looked like a, where you take the top off and then put it back on.
I think you're onto something, Eric.
Well, because he did lose weight.
He did lose weight, and this is his transition period where he's starting to bling out. He's like, I'm going to add a little flair to my life.
He probably didn't know what he was doing, right? Like, he was like, man, I want to be like that. I want to be full of lights and glamour. But then he just put on a black t-shirt and was like, come down to 905 Econo.
I want to be full of lights. You got to have a dream.
So, yeah, not only did he lose a lot of weight, but his hair grew. And it wasn't blonde either, huh?
He dyed it blonde.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In fact,
it's just part of the whole change.
It's
you know what I mean?
Part of the transformation.
He wanted his hair to match his rings. Gold. And it looked like he was already going bald. Yeah. The first one.
Under that hat, he's bald for sure.
You think so? You think like he takes a hat off and it's attached to his hair's attached to the hat?
It's like Orville Peck where he puts but it's on the side.
Yeah.
Now Mike Yuchnitz did, to be fair, for whatever bad thing he did, $39.95 were the price of his glasses.
Are the stores still around?
I think so.
Are they still $39.90 or did they go inflation? They're like
I can't imagine.
$99.99.
Because even the dollar store is the $1.25 store now. It's not a dollar store anymore.
$1.50.
Yeah. So I gotta imagine Mike Yuchnitz went up in price. Did you ever go to My Econo?
I know I've walked in there and like walked around. I don't know if I've ever. No, I never bought any glasses.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. I got these. It must have been like 1996 or so, and my dad actually paid for some glasses for me, and I look like Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh, those big ones.
Yes, and they were also like blue frames or some crazy stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell was I
What
thinking?
happened to those?
I have a picture of it somewhere.
I want to see that.
Well, you'll be the only one seeing
Nah,
that.
we're gonna put it right up here.
Okay, god damn it.
Mike Yuchnitz says, does he have anything in Austin? Was he just San Antonio?
I think he was just. I think he's
Right.
our boy. Unfortunately, it didn't end well. I really wanted to be able to get behind Mike Yuchnitz, especially when you saw the transformation. You kind of
Yeah.
thought, oh, this guy's coming into his own.
Yeah.
But the way it ended, going back and looking at the transformation, it becomes sinister.
Like, what? Well, what here in San Antonio, other than maybe he started running with another crowd, that made him change his everything so drastically?
Maybe music people. I feel like the music industry will ruin a person. And we got music now. We don't really have a TV industry here in
Yeah, no.
but we have a music industry. I feel like this guy started hanging out with people that you could find like at the Night Rocker, which was pretty shady. And
Yeah.
I think that's what changed this guy. Speculation.
In 98, whatever, his kids were already older, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe he started hanging out with his kids' friends too much or something.
Oh man, that's always so pathetic. Look, hey, if you got if you got kids with cool friends, let them.
Yeah,
there's nothing more pathetic than trying to horn him. Your job as a parent is to come in with some like Totinos and be like, "You guys hungry? You want me to get you some?" That's it. Don't try and because immediately as soon as you leave, what are they doing to your poor kid? You know, they're like, "Man, you're fucking dad, dude."
What this guy? He's
well,
no Mike Yuchnitz.
He's no Yuchnitz. Yeah, that's another term that we can use here. He's no Yuchnitz. Oh well. Well, that's the story of Mike Yuchnitz.
637-3995.
Give it a call, see who answers
Or
now.
520-3995.
I dare you.
Either one of them. Area code 512. Yuchnitz.
Yuchnitz out.